it joins. So, it's right here. So all of our cuffs are laser cut, laser engraved. The holes are actually, the laser cuts the holes. That feels a little funky. Okay, there it is. But the edges, you'll see that the edges on anything laser cutter, no matter how you cut it. Anything, see how squared off that is? What I'm gonna do, just take an edger, go right down the edge, just like that. Backs are always a little harder. I like to take a fine sanding block. There you go. Smooth that out real good. Back, I like to hit that back a little bit. Gives it a little bit of a, that smooths it out real good. It's nice and smooth. Same thing all the way around. When we get this done, we're going to move over. I'll show you. A lot of people have asked about our dyeing process. How do I dye? What kind of dye do I use? I'll take it over. We'll do a live dyeing session today too. Just sand these up, just like this. Tomorrow, what I'll do is I'm going to be sewing some of these pieces after they dry. I'm going to be sewing some of them. Yeah, nice and smooth. This leather, we use water, we wet our water. We wet our leather, I mean. Look, I mean, this is just what we've done today. All these are about to get dyed. Try to keep my workspace halfway decent. This is a cool cuff. Okay. So I'll take it and I guess if somebody comments, I guess I'll be able to see the comments. I'm not used to doing YouTube live videos. Need to start doing live YouTube videos, I guess, more of them. Very nice. In the center will be a piece kind of like this. Not actually, this is not the actual piece that goes on this. It's a little too long, as you can tell, but in the center, here's a cuff similar to what that one is. Edging to me is probably, I would say edging is the most important step in doing it because it gives it that finished look. You've ever bought leather that isn't edged, where it's just got that kind of squared off edge right there? Just kind of looks cheap to me. There you go. That's nice. Like I said, we'll put this in some water in just a minute. I've got 4 more little pieces to do, and then we'll walk over and we'll dye some of these pieces. But I'll go over it, I'll separate them so I know which colors. We'll do a quick pause, and I'll come back and well, I can just take it over there. I guess we can. Okay. For anybody that watches Star Wars, The Mandalorian, this is actually a Mudhorn cuff. Hey Sarah, love your work, your program. What program? I use, on my laser, I use Engraving, the Engraving, because I use a Boss laser. When I bought mine, it was actually, the program actually comes with, I don't think Boss does it anymore. We'll get all this all cleaned up. I don't think Boss does it anymore, but the Engraving that I use was actually designed for Boss laser. I think then Boss and Engraving kind of had a falling out. I'm not real sure why. I can tell you, I love Engraving because I've used it for 5 years, 6 years, however long. The problem I have with it though is their customer service is terrible. I mean, they literally have probably what I would consider to be the worst customer service on the planet. You know, you buy their product, and their product's extremely expensive, and that's actually the piece that, if you look, this is what it'll look like after it's been dyed, distressed, and stitched onto the cuff. This is what it looks like first. But I had to have, there was a problem I had one time. We didn't really have one problem. Boss has solved my other. And thing is, now Boss, I like Boss laser. Don't get me wrong. I don't talk trash about them. I'm just gonna be honest. I have issues with them as well. When you're buying a product from them, they come off like, oh yeah, we'll be here forever. Anything you ever need, call us. It's not like that. The first few times, you know, when I was getting used to using my laser and learning how to use it, they were fantastic. And then, like a year later, I had an issue. I don't remember what it was. I actually figured it out by myself. Boss was not much of a help. They really didn't want to be a help. And they told me, well, technically, you know, Mr. Smith, technically, this is when I bought my first laser. So when I got my first laser from Boss, they told me, you know, they shower you with, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're going to make sure you are completely comfortable, and anytime you need us, you can call us. Well, after a year, I had to call them. I had to do some troubleshooting on my own. I figured some things out on my own. Well, then I called back a year later, and the guy's helping me. And about 15 minutes into my problem, the guy, he informs me. He's like, well, technically, Mr. Smith, you know, you only have like a year of technical support, you know, with your purchase. It's not something you can just call at any time. Technically, we're supposed to charge you. I'm like, oh. Well, I said, well, well, that kind of sucks. I said, I've actually had several other companies, laser companies, who've seen my product, because now that we do, because, you know, I do leather for, when you start doing leather for celebrities and they find that out, they're like, oh yeah, they'll talk to you all you want then. Hang on one second, let me go right here. Whoa. Yeah, so what they found out was I started making Brantley Gilbert's leather, the leather that Brantley wears on stage. And when they found that out, their whole tune changed. I mean, they were like, oh, whoa, wow, that's cool, man. And then they all wanted to talk to me. And everybody wanted to be BFFs. I don't roll like that, okay? That's just not how I work. I don't roll like that. I don't care to do business with you if that's the way you do things. So I'm going to roll over here real quick. I got to sort these out. Hold on 1 second. Let's go over here. Hang on. There we go. Let's sort these out real quick. Shouldn't take too long. I can do this while I'm on there with y'all. So the guy was willing to help me out. But I just got out of that because it was like your customer service was good when they're trying to get you on the hook. And then they get you on the hook, and it's like, y'all really aren't that great. I mean, I'm really just not that impressed. You're just not. Wi-Fi got disconnected. Am I not live anymore? Okay, I'm still live. But anyway, so when they found out, I did a video, and when they found out that I was interested in buying another laser, and there was another laser company who was kind of wooing me, so to speak. They were wanting me to come over and buy one of their lasers and look at it. They're up in, I think, in Chicago. That's really good lasers too, and their lasers actually were a little bit more powerful than what Boss had, and they were. I was very interested in what they had to offer. Well, had it not been for a girl named Ashley Winchester, if y'all ever decide, I recommend Boss's lasers. Their lasers are good CO2 lasers, and they have some fiber lasers. I didn't buy a fiber laser from them. We actually went and looked at it, at one to buy, and the reason I didn't buy it is because I had bought two lasers. So I've got one, a big one, and then I've got a smaller one. But the big one's one I use for most projects now. Hey, Riley, will you get that measuring thing for me? Yeah, wait a minute. Do I have it? Will you find it for me, grab it? But they were just like super rude to me. Like when we went in, we were on vacation. We vacationed in Orlando, and Boss is located in Sanford, and they were super rude. Thank you. We went, and I wanted to look at one of their fiber lasers, and the guy was going to give me a tour of it. And the thing is, I knew these people. They followed me on social media. A lot of them follow me on social media. Ashley Winchester, she's actually the only reason I bought my second laser from them, because I talked to them so many times, and they were just flat rude. I mean, there was one guy, I can't remember his name. He was just a turd. I mean, had it not been for Ashley, I'd have bounced and gone to another laser company. Honestly, I know it feels like I'm just bashing them straight up, but I don't want somebody to go in and here's what I don't want. I don't want people to go and invest thousands of dollars, because these things cost tens of thousands of dollars, and then get kind of misled with, oh yeah, we'll be here forever. Because they actually told me that when I bought the second laser, because I made it a point. By this time, I'd kind of established my name. You know, everybody knew who I was, and I had a large following, got a big following, and so people knew who I was, and they were like, oh, and he makes Brantley Gilbert's leather, and he's had some leather, made some leather stuff that's been in movies. I did Charlie Daniels' 80th birthday present, and I got kind of popular with it. So then I made a comment when I bought the second laser. I was like, so let me get this right. Y'all told me before when I bought the first laser, we would be there. That's Kelly saying the grocery list. Okay, I won't. Well, what time is it? Remind me when it's like quarter to. Okay, remind me in 15 minutes. This is chocolate.
Just tell me that I can email her.
Yeah, you can email her. 7.5 brown. I want y'all to see something. Hold on, check this out. This is cool. So now I hadn't dyed it yet, but this is how detailed you can get with a laser. I mean, this is a 1/2 inch bracelet, and this is a ton engraved into it. And once I clean it, when I clean this up, it's going to be, I don't know if that'll focus or not. Let's see if that'll focus. Not real well. But it's actually, that's a lot of writing on a little bracelet like that. So it's brown. I would like brown on the thick. And this is an 8-inch. Hold on one second. I got to make sure I do this right, because if I don't want to mess this up, I have to measure these things out. That's not it. I'll let y'all see what I'm doing here. Hold on. Woo, woo. You gonna see the rest of the shot? That's Rayleigh. That's the rest of the shot. Hold on, let's go down. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring these pieces to make sure I get them right. Hold on, let's see it. Let me see what you said there. Picture quality. I'm sorry the picture quality is not good. You design the images yourself. What I'm getting at is I have one I want to set. Do the grunt of the work. Images. Some of the images I design myself. Some of them people send to me. Um, I can do either one. What if you email me at FORJD14 or just message me on here. Better yet, FORJD14 at Gmail. That's my Gmail. Black. This is gonna be brown. Hang on one second. Let me get. I don't want to get confused on this. Give me 1 second. That's that mud horn I was telling y'all about. This is the mud horn. It'll actually go on this one. Email me at forged14, FORJD14, whatever image you're wanting, and yeah, I can probably do it for you. I could do almost any image. I mean, there's not many images I can't do. I don't know that I've ever not been able to do an image. Let's see. This is not where I normally do this. I have a big table over there. Because I'm live right now, it's easier to do it like this. All right, so black's gonna be up here. I'm gonna move this over here. All right. So yeah, send me the image. Here, that way y'all ain't got. Hang on. Yeah, just send me the image and I'll look at it and see what you got. I can probably do it though. I can tell you. There we go. Let me go on down because I want to get to the dyeing part. I'll show you how we dye everything. I do a dip dye method. Real big on dip dyeing. I used to not do that, and you can't do that with every dye. You can do that with Phoebing's Pro Dye. You can dip dye with Phoebing's Pro Dye, but you can't do it with other dyes. A lot of people think you can, and when they wind up trying to do it, they wind up messing the whole thing up. But I'll show you in just a second. And that's another thing. People, when I first started engraving leather, people would tell me don't wet your leather. Make sure you can dampen it, but don't wet it. That's not true at all. You can wet the leather, and you can't just. Not only can you wet the leather, you can wet it a lot. Like I'm about to show you in just a second. I'm going to show you how wet we get this leather. I've never actually done a live video where we did this. What is this, brown? I've got to get these things separated. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second, and I'll get these things separated and make sure these things are right size and they're equal and everything. You always got to make sure everything's equal. These are equal. Where's the one that says I'm missing one? It's supposed to say here it is right here. Strength and honor. This is good. It's right here. I like this. This is probably my favorite style. That's a really cool cuff when it's stitched. It's a really cool cuff. So this color is chocolate. And I basically only use 3 kinds of dyes, predominant, for the most part, only 3 kinds of dyes, or 3 colors. I use a Phoebing's Pro Dye Chocolate, Phoebing's Dark Brown, and black. But all of them I use Pro Dye. I only use Pro Dye. And the reason I only use Pro Dye is because you can do a dip dye and it allows you to go a lot faster. So some people like to do the dauber and use the dauber. That's fine. It's all good. I don't have any issue with that. I've done it before. I've done daubers. They don't scare me none. Let's see. 9.5 inch. That right there I messed up. I messed that 9.5 inch out. Let's take that out. I need to, let me go back up here. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's put that back in new because all right, let's go back down. All right, anyway, I'm almost there, guys. Just give me 1 second. 6.5 and 7.5. These are both the same, and these are both brown. Like I said, I should be doing this over there on the main table, but I appreciate y'all bearing with me here. So I got this one and this one. And these are 7-inch. Yes, these are both right. Those are both brown. Almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna head over and we're gonna do some, well, what's this? This is chocolate. What is this? I don't know what this is. This is chocolate. I know what this is. That's chocolate. Yes, I know what that is. These are chocolate. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk over to the dyeing table. I'm going to have to make several trips. Here, be careful because I don't want you to get that leather dust on your hands, because if you do, you're going to mess your Chromebook up. All right, so normally what I do, hang on one second. Yeah, bring all those. There we go. All right, so Rayleigh's going to help me. All right, let's see the best way. I want to see the best way to do this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set it right here. Can y'all see good? Can y'all see down into the sink? Here we go. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do, now I've got these set. Really?
Yeah, you said bring them all.
Yeah, I had them separated.
You said bring them all.
Now I got to re-separate them all.
Okay.
Riley.
Sorry, you should tell me.
Riley.
Why did you tell me?
Man. Guys, let me go. All right, it's okay. So I've got to figure out, hang on. Maybe this is right. That's chocolate, I know. This is brown. We'll do these and see how it turns out. I think this might be right. This might be right. We'll see. Okay. All right, so normally what I do is I will normally do this first, is wash everything first and then separate it. And all I'm going to do right here, we're just going to fill this up with water. Move all these out of the way in separate piles, so I know which ones are which. I think. One drops it here. Just dropping all that in there. Now, I got a little toothbrush here. You can use anything. Don't use anything harsh. Let's come over here. Hang on. Whoa. Come on. Well, hold on.
The 2 piles that you had, I grabbed in 2 separate hands.
I know. All right, so here we go. Sorry about that little confusion there, guys. I just messed up myself there. And we're just gonna basically, you don't want to don't lean in on it. Just use a cloth. Just gets all the leather dust, the laser dust out of it. I'll let everyone dry and rack just for now. Just get all the dust out of it. Just like this. And then I'll take and wipe it all down. The images actually become, and the reason you want to do this, some people say you don't really have to. The reason you want to is because you can have, when you go to dye it, if there's dust or scorch marks, and some people, like I said, when they laser engrave stuff, they use some kind of tape to go over top of it. I don't. But this right here will scrape away the scorch marks. If there's scorch marks left on the leather, if there are scorch marks left on it, when you dye it and it dries, those marks will keep the dye from penetrating in those areas. Now, it doesn't look really, it doesn't look terrible, especially with ours, because I distress my leather. And tomorrow we'll do another live video. I'll do another YouTube live. I don't know what time I'll do it. I'll try to get it scheduled. If I'm gonna start doing these, maybe I can get them scheduled. But you guys keep watching, and you get to see some of the actual images, how they'll look a lot better in just a minute. Oh, man. So, this is, wait a minute. I don't know what's black and what's not. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and redo all this. I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, I gotta go back and redo all this because they're all mixed up now. Tell you what. They're all mixed up. So I'm gonna dye. I'm just gonna. Well, I'll tell you what. Y'all can just watch me do this part, and I can. Let's do this. There we go. So we'll just wash everything and we'll separate it again. Just a minute. There we go. There we go. Work. That means that fall. See, it's just all right down there in the water. There we go. We'll clean all these up. Like I said, you want to get it cleaned out. When you clean it out, when you dye that, and I don't let it dry before I dye it because I like the dye. I like it to be kind of damp. I guess some people dye. I don't recommend dyeing dry leather anyway. When these things dry after you've dyed it. This is cool. This is a mud horn. This is from that's from The Mandalorian. Somebody sent me this one time and it's pretty cool. Goes on top of the cuff. Yeah, if you guys would, man, I'd really, we're really gonna try and boost this channel some. If you guys would, it'd be really cool if y'all would give us a follow, subscribe it, share some of the videos. I don't mind teaching people stuff. I don't have much patience. You'll figure that out about me. I'm not a very patient person. And every so often, on my YouTube channel, it's not so bad. I don't have people come on making stupid comments on YouTube. Most people that go on YouTube looking to learn how to do something, I have discovered that they're actually trying to do something. They're not like these guys on TikTok and some of these other social media channels. They're just there. Like a guy the other day just came on TikTok just attacking. I thought he was interested in wanting to learn something, but all he really wanted to do was just, I have a cross necklace, and he just wanted to get on there and bash Christians and talk bad about crosses and stuff. So there we go. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna move all these. Check this out. This one will actually be black. 1776. It's a bracelet. Get it on. It'll kind of look like the black 1776 bracelet. And those look really cool. Some of my favorite bracelets, actually. Most of these designs, yeah, all these designs, somebody asked that earlier, all these designs of different cuff styles, yes, I designed all of these.
You're gonna have to text all the groceries.
Okay, what time is it? All right, tell her 4 packs of chicken fingers. All right, y'all listen to my grocery list for Kelly because it's the Georgia-Alabama game tonight, and we're doing finger foods. Buttermilk ranch. Oh, never mind. Hang on, Reddy's having a hard time here. So I can't see your comments. So if y'all commented, I'll go back and look at your comments, and I'll answer your comments. I can't see it because the camera's kind of pointed down right now. Is everything? Just dump that. Now, I tell you what I'll do is, just so y'all ain't got to watch me resort these. The ones I already know that I already know what they are. These light browns over here. I'm gonna go ahead and dye these. Let y'all see that. Tomorrow, these will be dry tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll get to see me do all the finished work. I'll do the, since I got 5 people watching. That's not bad for, my first YouTube video, I guess. Live YouTube video anyway.
4 packs of chicken fingers.
4 packs of chicken fingers. Buttermilk. Hang on. I'm going to credit you. Oh, Lord. All right, so hang on 1 second. We're going to bring this up. All right, now we're going to dye this. Buttermilk ranch dressing packets. This is y'all can get to hear my shopping list because what I got to do. Hold on. My camera on this thing is, I'm assuming. What is that with the haze? I don't know what the haze is up. What's up on it? Oh. I do airbrush, Mike Swain. I do. I have done some airbrushing on the sides. I've done it some, and I actually mentioned to Kelly the other day that I wanted to airbrush a piece. There's a piece that we started doing that I want to airbrush.
Is that it?
Buttermilk, celery. Hang on 1 second. These guys, I know you don't care about hearing my grocery list. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Celery. I guess whatever else she wants to make. Okay. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky here. This is gonna be tricky. I hope I don't mess this thing up. Sorry, I'm using what I use for my camera to hold my camera up is a DJ. It's called DJI. The DJI. There. Can y'all see? Can everybody see? I'm going to back this up. Now, left this a little more. Now I'm setting this up. We are going to be able to see. They make a camera stand that will not hold the camera in all positions, which is kind of aggravating. All right. Can y'all see all this? Okay. And hold on. This is going to be tricky, so y'all have to bear with me on this. Let me get paper towels. Hold on 1 second. All right. Gloves, paper towels. I know my method looks real primitive. It is very primitive, but it works. And it actually delivers a really, really good product. I mean, it's our product. I'll show you right here. If you look, these are some 9-line. We make stuff for 9-line apparel, so y'all know that. I know the image sucks here, but after it's all done, we make some pretty good images. We make some pretty good stuff. One guy told me one time, all you have to do is just dip it in there. Just dip it in, and that's it. Don't worry about doing anything else. Just dip it. I don't like doing that. I'm going to show you how we do it. There's a difference. Because I say with Phoebe's Pro Dye. Now, can y'all see here? Now, I'm not going to be able to touch the screen again once I do this. So, I'm just show you here. Basically, just take this as dark brown. So I'm going to try this like this. I don't normally do this like this, but I'm going to try it anyway. And hope I don't make a mess. I promise you I'll get a better setup. I wasn't planning on doing this today. With the dip dye method, you can basically just take 3 pieces at a time. Drop it in there. And remember, don't do this with anything other than a pro dye. I do Phoebe's, there might be other dyes out there that you can do this with. But like if you use a regular Phoebe's dye, like I get mine from Tandy, if you use a regular one, it's not going to work like this. You're basically, if you drop it in there and it's not Phoebe's Pro Dye, you're going to get a black It's going to be a black piece. That's why it's going to come out. Now, let me show you right here. See this? I like to work it. That actually, because it's wet with the dye, it actually helps smooth out the leather. It gives you a lot smoother texture. I like to do it on the back some too. There you go. And it renders out really nice. I'm gonna put it over here. I'll show you. We'll look at the rack in just a second. I'm gonna dye all these real quick. I'll show you. You got, excuse me, I got a runny nose. Sorry. And when these dry, they're gonna. And I always like to go along the edge with my hand. Don't pull on it because it will stretch. But I like to go across it like that. It helps smooth it out. It kind of gives you that smooth edge where you really ain't got as much to do after. I'm basically just gonna drop all these in here now. Let it sit just for a second. Some people will tell you it don't matter how long you leave it in there, it's gonna be the same color when it dries. That's not actually true. It'll be close, but you can get a richer, darker color if you do leave it in the dye a little bit longer. Some people will tell you it doesn't work like that with pro dye, but it's been my experience. If you don't leave it in very long, you're going to get a lighter color. Put this down here in the sink. Maybe I'm just going to rub all these real quick. Just rub this in. Like I said, I like to rub mine in. Some people are going to tell you don't have to. I like to because it does help with the overall texture on the outside. Don't let anybody tell you different because this is wet. It's going to give a shinier, a little sheen to it. Get all these over here. No, I don't do leather the way a lot of people do. Some people criticize me for using lasers and not doing the hammer and chisel. I've done that. I will if I need to, but this method allows me to make basically anything a customer wants. I can engrave anything a customer wants, and I can keep his cost lower. That's one of the main things about this. Hold on, let me dump this back up, and I'll get back. I'll pull the screen back over here on me, and we'll talk a little bit more. Hold on. I need a funnel for this. I don't know if y'all can see this. I can't. I actually need a funnel to do this. Oh, Lord, I just spilled a bit. That's okay. That's what the whole leather dyeing sink is for. Get stuff off my hands. Let me wipe this out. So give me 1 second. All right, let's take these pieces back over here. I got to separate these. Really got them a little too close to each other. I need to do better with this. All my cameras, this is my phone, but I'm using the DJI OM5, which is really being a pain in my butt right now. I wish people could make quality products. I have issues with people who can't make quality products. There. Let's just sit like that for a minute. Let me separate these out real quick. Just give me 1 second. So, if I missed any of your questions, let me see if I can see any of your questions here. I have tried airbrushing. Picture quality is not good. Design it yourself. All right. So, I'm guessing that's black. I'm hoping it's black anyway. Tomorrow, what I'll be doing, and I'll do another live tomorrow, and these pieces will be taken off the rack, and I'll be finishing them up. So that'll be cool. Okay, I know this one and this one. Some of these I already know. So I can just take these over here. 99% sure this is black. Let's see, am I right? I am right. So let's take the blacks over here. But tomorrow we'll be finishing, and you'll get to see us do the my distressing. A lot of people ask how we get our leather distressed, the way we do it. Let me go. I have to answer this. I will see y'all tomorrow. Until then, y'all tune back in. I guess around this time tomorrow, and we'll see if we can't do show y'all how we finish this stuff after a while.